but I'm using my phone because, of course, the last time I tried to do a live stream on my computer, the when I decided to end it, it decided to, I guess, mess up or something like that. And hold on while I test something, make sure you guys can see this. Yeah. Okay, you guys can see this. Yeah. Just making sure you guys can see this and all that. But anyway, though, yeah, you read the title right. Yesterday, Gavin Newsom, and I didn't even know about this because, nowadays a lot of us don't pay attention that much to the news because we don't know what to believe anymore, decided he's going to finally lift the stay at home order, which was in effect since about December 6th last month. And by finally ending that stay-at-home order, he's allowing things to try to slowly get back to normal, like businesses to open and stuff like that. And the way my mom, found out about this is a little before she called me, because she usually, every day she works, Monday through Friday, she calls me around her lunch break to kind of see how I'm doing, to check up on things, to make sure, everything's all right, and I got the mail, stuff like that. Which is great for her to do. Which is great. Which is great. What I'm trying to say is, which is nice of her to do, to make sure that everything's all right, that nothing's going on, nothing's happening. Nothing that you would be threatening or anything like that. But anyway, like I said, Gavin Newsom, and for those of you that are watching, probably on the East Coast of Central, on the East Coast of the Central Time or Mountain Time or Alaskan or Hawaiian time, right now it's 12:31 p.m. In the afternoon, and the temperature, according to this, is 51 degrees. But because we've had some snow recently, if I can get this on there, hold on. It feels like it's 4 degrees less. See, it says 51, but it's actually feels like it's 47. All because of the snow that we got in the mountains, and the wind's kind of bringing it down to the valley and the bay and all that. So it's making things a little chillier than it should be. But anyway, though, yeah, like I said, the way my mom found out about this, because like I said, she calls me every day, Monday through Friday, because she works on her lunch break to check in on things, which is great of her to do. That's what I was trying to say earlier, which is great of her to do. Um, it was around this time, basically, that she told me that she had also gotten a text from her hairstylist. Her hairstylist, which is like a close friend of hers and all that, at Supercuts, told her that today she was reopening. So, so yeah, my mom was surprised by that. And when she got home, one of the things she does after she gets everything in and everything, well, after she and I can't, because I help her out, get everything, out of the car and into the house and everything that she takes to work. One of the first things she does, or at least about 15 minutes after she gets everything in, I should say, it gets, taken care of. One of the things she does is she basically turns on the television and goes to Newsmax. And I know people might think Newsmax is not all that, and you shouldn't trust it, and this and that. The same with some portions of Fox News. Which, oh, by the way, if you want to know about that, according to Tucker Carlson, there are people in the political parties, as well as other outlets like CNN and all them, that want to get rid of Fox News because they blame them, or at least they're trying to put some of the blame on them for what happened on the 6th. Um, so anyway, though, getting back on point here, my mom turned on Newsmax, and one of the first things she sees is this Robert Stifel guy, who has a 1 hour program on there. And one of the news items he's talking about is Gavin Newsom. And he brings up the fact that Newsom, as of yesterday, well, would have been, yeah, yesterday because, or that day, well, basically, he brings up last night on his program, is what I'm trying to say, is that earlier in the day, yesterday, Newsom had made the announcement that the stay at home order was going to be lifted. And even he, because one thing about Newsmax and other, news media like them, is they're not afraid to tell the truth. They're not like, okay, we're not going to hide behind the politicalness that could, shut us down and all that. We're going to tell it like it is. We're going to be real news. It's and this is mainly, I guess, mainly because they do this, they become the fourth largest news outlet in the country, and I guess other news outlets that are more well renowned, like CNN and NBC and all them, are feeling threatened. So they want to try to put them and Fox News down a notch and kind of be like, yeah, don't let your head get too big. You're only as far as you can go because we're gonna allow it. Da da da, whatever. Anyway, the Robert guy, Robert Stifel guy, he found this kind of suspicious, and he interviewed two people that have been affected by the stay-at-home order around here. One being the owner of the Pineapple Restaurant. The one that did that video where she was crying, pointing out the fact that her job had to shut down, but yet you have people being able to eat outside somewhere close by, I think because of a Hollywood film set or whatever the case may be. And she wasn't happy and she was in tears. He interviewed her. And then I think he interviewed one of the people that was working at the salon in San Francisco. Not the owner, unless she dyed her hair. But one, or unless it was the owner, I don't know. But interviewed two people that were greatly affected by this. And when he interviewed the salon lady, and I don't know if she was the owner of the salon that went into the news in August and September and all that, or whatever the case may be, because of Nancy Pelosi going in there without a mask. Basically both women, when he interviewed them, agreed that it was very highly suspicious that this, all of a sudden, Newsom decides he's going to lift the stay-at-home order after all this. And what's even crazier, is the fact that they look at the timing. All three of them, Robert and the lady he was interviewing, found it kind of suspicious that the timing of the lifting of the order. And he didn't just single out California's governor. He lifted out New York's governor. He singled out Michigan's governor. Some other democratically run states. He listed them out as doing the same thing. Now, I do apologize. Now, let me take a break here, and I do apologize. I kind of looked like I was distracted or spaced out a little bit right there. I was trying to think about what I was going to say moments ago, so I do apologize if you noticed that. Hopefully that wasn't noticeable because a lot of us do that at times, especially with live streams. I mean, what are you going to do? It's live. You got to run with what you got, right? But anyway, so yeah, I do apologize for that. If you noticed that or anything. But anyway, like I said, he listed off other democratically controlled and run states as doing something similar. And basically, long story short, he and these ladies found this to be very suspicious. But on top of that, he also pinpointed that when Newsom enacted the stay-at-home order back in December, that the COVID deaths, the COVID-19 deaths, if you will, were down significantly. They were down to 75%, or 75, on average. But then all of a sudden, after he enacts, I should say, this order to keep people safe, as he puts it, the number increases. It goes from 75 Sorry about that. Somebody just came to the door. I don't know what that was. I'll check in a little bit. But anyway, like I said, basically, long story short, what I'm trying to get at is, what I'm trying to get at is, basically, the numbers went up. The COVID numbers went up as far as deaths were concerned. It went from 75 to 490 or 450. And this was all, and the increase was because of the people staying at home. And everybody was questioning, everybody talked about this, was like, okay, why is he now deciding to lift it when the death number of COVID cases is up significantly? What's going on? And basically what it is like I said, they all find it kind of suspicious that this is happening now. After the inauguration of Joe Biden as president. Like they find it too weird, too unusual, too suspicious, and that basically this is just visual proof that, Gavin Newsom is not the governor for the state, that he has to go. And they even brought that up. They even brought up the recall situation and said, look, he has to go. He has to leave. And the recall numbers are going up as far as like signs and petitions and all that. So yeah, to say Gavin Newsom's future as the governor of the state is in jeopardy would be an understatement. Because he now decides, oh, I'm going to lift the stay-at-home order. And the timing of it, is really baffling to a lot of people because it's like, why would you do this now? Why would you decide to do this now? When the cases, the number of deaths and cases positive-wise are going up, and before you enacted it, they were down. I mean, yeah, they are saying that there is a decrease in cases. I'll give them that, but still, that's not a reason. So yeah, a lot of people find this highly suspicious and basically feel that this is just another example of Newsom needing to go. And the other thing that they find kind of suspicious is the fact that, again, it's the timing. We have the inauguration and the beginning term of a new president that's not Donald Trump. But also some people will probably pinpoint or point out that the suspicious timing is also due to the fact that Newsom knows about the recall. I mean, you can't tell me that people in his team are not recalling, are not telling him about the recall and the momentum and the financial backing it's getting that could lead to him being basically fired from his job. So yeah, a lot of people find, like I said, the timing of the lifting of the stay-at-home orders and LA County now allowing outside dining to occur very suspicious and very weird. And basically like they find it being very unusual activity in another case that Newsom doesn't know what he's doing. He needs to go. I mean, I guarantee you this. If this is about the timing, about the fact that they just were waiting for Trump to leave. I guarantee you that if Newsom gets recalled, that a lot's going to come out of that as well. A lot are going to say, basically pinpoint the fact that, what was I trying to say? I was going to think about saying, a lot of people are going to point to the fact that, Newsom was not the best, governor. He doesn't know how to do his job. And everything. He doesn't know how to handle pressure. They're going to pinpoint a lot of stuff. And, all I can say for Newsom is, if I'm a believer, if I'm a religious person, then I get on my hands and knees and I ask God to forgive me and help me come up with the right reasoning. Because I guarantee you this as well. If he gets recalled, there's going to be a lot of there's going to be a lot of stuff that comes out that's, states, or when he gets recalled, basically, a lot of the people are going to not just be happy about it, but they're going to come out and say, yeah, those stay-at-home orders you gave us, we never listened to them anyway, so why would you even give them to us? So, so we'll see what happens, but yeah, Gavin Newsom, as of yesterday, lifted the order, and again, people find the timing kind of suspicious, kind of weird, and again, to them, it's just another example that, he's got to go. He's got to leave. So, but yeah, he lifted it here in California, and like I said, this Robert Steinfeld guy on Newsmax also talked about the other lifting of the, from other states doing something similar, democratically run, and how he finds that suspicious as well. So it's going to be really interesting what the outcome will be in the next several months as the year goes on as well. But let me know what you guys think. What are your thoughts on Newsom lifting the stay-at-home order here in California? Do you think the timing, is suspicious with the inauguration of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris as president and vice president, as well as the fact that, the recall effort, which obviously he has to know about, is gaining the momentum, signature, and financially? Do you think the timing is kind of suspicious of all that? The timing is kind of suspicious because of all that he's lifting this? Let me know down below. Comment if you like. I would like to hear what your thoughts are, but let me know what you think. And is your state if it's democratically run, are they doing something similar that you find suspicious? Let me know down below. Comment if you like. And I am out. Peace. God bless. Take care.